In the vast reaches of the cosmos, where the infinite stretches of space intersect with the nascent light of a new star, worlds are born. These planets don't just appear. They emerge from a swirling, chaotic dance of dust, gas, and ice, pulled together by the unseen hand of gravity. In the heart of this cosmic nursery, where stars flicker into existence, the process of planetary formation begins. As a young star gathers its strength, its surrounding disk of material spins and condenses, eventually coalescing into solid masses. Some of these masses become the planets we recognize today, while others remain as smaller bodies, captured forever in the gravity of their larger counterparts. And from this cosmic ballet, another wonder emerges: moons. What are moons exactly? Where do they come from? And how do they get so intricately tied to the planets they orbit? The answer to this question unfolds in many fascinating ways, each moon holding a clue to the universe's most ancient stories. Many moons are born in the very same way that planets themselves are created, through a process called co-accretion. Picture a young planet in its infancy, surrounded by a vast disk of gas, dust, and debris. As the planet grows, it pulls in material from this disk, gradually accumulating more and more mass. But not all of the material that surrounds the planet is drawn in. Some of it orbits the planet, swept up in its gravitational embrace. In this swirling mass, smaller chunks of debris collide and merge. Over time, this material coalesces into satellites, moons. These moons are created from the very same building blocks that form their planet, each one an offspring of the cosmic nursery that birthed them. Take Saturn's moon Titan, for instance, one of the most remarkable moons in our solar system. Titan's story is likely the same as many of Saturn's other moons. It was formed out of the same gas and dust that swirled around the planet in its early days. As Saturn grew and matured, Titan grew alongside it, gradually becoming one of the most fascinating bodies in the solar system, complete with its dense atmosphere and oceans of liquid methane. But not all moons follow the peaceful path of co-accretion. Some moons are born from sheer violence, the result of a catastrophic collision. Imagine a massive object, perhaps a planetesimal or even a smaller protoplanet, colliding with a young planet. The force of the impact is so immense that material is blasted into space, orbiting the planet and eventually coming together to form a moon. This was the fate of Earth's moon. More than 4.5 billion years ago, in the early days of the solar system, Earth collided with a Mars-sized object, Theia. The impact was cataclysmic. A huge portion of the Earth's mantle, along with debris from Theia, was ejected into space. Over time, this debris clumped together, and from that fiery birth, Earth's moon emerged. The giant impact hypothesis not only explains the origin of the moon, but also accounts for the similarity in composition between Earth and its moon, both sharing a rich mixture of silicates, which would be expected if they formed from the same materials. But Earth's moon is just one example. Many moons, especially those of the inner planets, likely owe their existence to these violent impacts. They are the remnants of early collisions, frozen in time. But not all moons are born from planetary debris. Some moons are captured, snagged by the gravity of a planet as they drift through space. In this scenario, a planet's gravitational pull catches a passing asteroid or comet, pulling it into orbit. These captured moons are often small, irregularly shaped, and much farther from the planet than moons formed in the co-accretion process. Captured moons are like cosmic wanderers, entering the planetary system from far-flung regions and being caught by the gravity of a massive planet. These moons can have unusual orbits, often inclined or retrograde, and may even be remnants of objects that once belonged to another solar system or region of space. Take Neptune's moon Triton. Unlike most of Neptune's moons, Triton orbits the planet in a retrograde direction, opposite to the planet's spin. This unusual orbit suggests that Triton didn't form in place, but was instead captured by Neptune's gravity. Scientists believe that Triton was once a distant body in the Kuiper Belt before being pulled into Neptune's orbit, likely billions of years ago. In some rare and extreme cases, moons can form through a process known as fission. Fission happens when a planet is spinning so rapidly that its rotational forces cause material to break away, forming a moon. This process is thought to have occurred on Saturn billions of years ago, when the planet's rotation was faster than it is today. A fast-rotating planet could, in theory, cast off chunks of its own mass, and these chunks would go on to form moons. A hypothetical example of this is the moon Mimas, one of Saturn's smaller satellites. Its formation could have been a product of Saturn's early rapid rotation, a forceful act of fission that splintered off material, eventually coalescing into the moon we see today. The variety of moons is as diverse as the planets themselves. Moons come in all shapes and sizes. Large, spherical moons like Jupiter's Ganymede and Callisto, and irregular, misshapen moons like Mars' Phobos and Deimos. Some are massive, others tiny. Some are rocky, others are icy. But each one is a witness to the dynamic forces of the early solar system and the processes that shaped our planetary neighborhood. And then there are the moons that harbor secrets of their own. Beneath the icy crust of Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, lies a subsurface ocean, a vast, hidden world. The search for life beyond Earth is not confined to distant exoplanets. It might be found in the depths of these moons. Moons like Europa, Titan, and Enceladus offer tantalizing glimpses into the potential for life elsewhere in the solar system, where conditions may not be so different from our own planet's past. Moons are more than just celestial companions. They are architects of their planets. The gravitational forces between a planet and its moon can have profound effects on the planet itself. Earth's moon, for example, plays a crucial role in stabilizing our planet's axis. Without the moon, Earth's tilt would vary more dramatically over time, leading to extreme shifts in climate that could make life more difficult. Moons can also influence a planet's rotation. Tidal forces between the Earth and the Moon gradually slow the planet's spin over millions of years, which in turn affects our day and the length of time it takes for Earth to complete a full rotation. This subtle, ongoing interaction shapes the very rhythm of life on Earth. In the case of gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn, their many moons can also provide clues about the planet's evolution, their orbits acting as windows into the past. As we venture farther into the cosmos, our understanding of moons will expand. With every new mission to distant planets and moons, from Europa to Titan, humanity unravels more mysteries. Moons could hold the answers to questions about the origins of life, the history of our solar system, and even the future of space exploration. Who knows what other strange and wondrous moons await discovery in the dark corners of the universe? Each new moon we find is a new chapter in the cosmic story, a story that tells us as much about the planets they orbit as it does about the processes that have shaped our entire solar system. And as we continue to search, explore, and learn, the moons of distant worlds may hold secrets that will change everything we know about our place in the universe. In the eternal dance of the cosmos, Moons are the silent partners of their planets. They reflect the forces that shaped our solar system and continue to shape the fate of the worlds they accompany. As we continue our journey to the stars, we look to the moons not just as objects in the sky, but as companions, storytellers, and guardians of the mysteries of the universe.